welcome to another weekly Wednesday live stream. Today. It's finally December, guys.
Yes, tell me, Pete, tell me.
Do you know what time it is?
Yes, I felt it in my wallet.
Time to book a ticket to somewhere warm.
Oh yes.
No.
But then you'll miss the snow, so...
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, I love winter. I don't mind the cold and the snow. I actually like it.
I like watching it like from inside where it's like warm.
Yeah.
I just watch the snow
falling. With a nice
falling.
fireplace and
Exactly,
stuff,
you can feel it.
Yeah, it's like...
Don't burn yourself, careful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, much better. Oh, dude. All right, then. We have left somebody out in the snow, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys, maybe you guys can see him.
Yeah, he did grow a lot of hair, I must say that.
I don't know if it's hair or if it's like just, you know, frost. Yeah, frostbite.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Let's see who spots it.
We couldn't do a stream without him being present because, you know, it's the tradition, or it's becoming the meme. If something goes wrong,
you blame.
# blame Eric.
Oh, wait, that side.
Yeah. No.
That's the flip.
So Eric is actually, we saw him in the chat in YouTube actually. At the moment, him and Mike are actually in Taiwan, in our headquarters.
Yeah, lucky them.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, they're there for work, you know. So it's always cool to be there.
Work.
Yeah. No, they're long days.
Yeah, I know they're working
long days,
a lot.
but it's quite cool. You always get to see cool stuff there, new stuff that they're working on. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil too much, but maybe next week's stream you'll get to see some of the stuff that they're up to.
Yeah.
That is, you know, they said they're going to try and do some recording of the stuff they see there, and but you know, it's not quite 100% sure yet if it's going to succeed. So
fingers crossed, guys.
Yeah, exactly. If you're next week and you want to watch the stream and you are expecting stuff from HQ. But it's not happening, and we're probably going to play a game or something.
Yeah, so HQ in our headquarters.
Yeah,
just in case.
Yeah, so it's not 100%. It's not 100% sure yet. Again, depends how well they get on with their camera equipment and also the connection and stuff there to send all the stuff here.
Yep.
Anyway,
quite a hassle.
Yeah, let's get the show on the road, shall we?
Yeah, because.
We've got some stuff here, and I mean, in the title, there was like the key visual, right? There was also something like "Shut up and take my money."
Yeah, and there you can also see.
I had some serious "shut up and take my money" moments when I was preparing for the stream, and I was just looking at which. Well, yeah, I was just looking at which products do we have currently, and you know, it's been a good year, I would say, especially in the past couple of months. Yeah, it's become better and better, and I think we've got some pretty nice products lined up.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I can't even remember how many products we pushed out, and like they were just
way too many.
Quite memorable.
Well, yeah, most of them. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult because when you push out so many products, and you know, especially graphics card, it's been crazy. Just the sheer amount.
Nvidia has been really kicking asses out there.
Well, you know, they've been doing what they do, and I mean, it's the thing is when you push out so many products. Yes, one by one, most of them are you know, quite memorable and pretty amazing, but it just becomes like Groundhog Day, you know.
I know the feeling.
It's just another GPU, another GPU.
It's like, oh, there's a little hole. Let's fill that one too.
Yeah. And I mean, it's good. You know, you have something to choose on each level. So I guess in the end it's good, but it's just the amount of work that comes with it. Also for us is stupefying. You know, it's
yes.
Anyway, let's get into it. Of course. One of the most important things for the stream is
every time
the giveaway.
Yes.
Because also during this stream you'll have a chance to win a couple of $20 Steam wallet codes. To do that, to be eligible basically, you have to go to msi.com/2/insider, follow the link, click the button that says participate in the giveaway. And you'll be asked to do a certain amount of actions. The more you do, the more chance you'll have to win. All of the actions have to do with following or liking our content or our channels.
Yeah.
So, and once you do that, if you've already done that, by the way, you'll be automatically eligible, so that's fine. But you do still have to follow the link. Yeah, and you only have to do it once for this whole stream.
Yeah,
So
there's more codes coming up. So don't be sad if you didn't win the first or the second one.
Yeah.
I already spoiled there. And well, if the link doesn't work for you, you have already noticed in the chat we have posted the direct link.
Exactly.
So just go to there and
Just posted the link directly as well. So yeah, you should be covered.
Yeah, and if there's anything throughout the stream, just put them in the chat. We'll keep the chat really tightly like measured and really just focus on the chat. And let's see how much we can get from the chat.
Yeah. I'll see a lot of people in the chat next to Eric, of course. We've got Arsen, we've got Tan Nguyen, Mr. Phone Click, a lot of people, Edwin. Thanks for joining again, guys. Good to see you guys joining every stream. Love it. Hypebot, Barry, yeah, everybody. So again, we're trying to follow. We're streaming on different channels. So we've got Facebook, we've got YouTube, we've got Twitch, we've got I believe 3 channels, different channels of Twitter or Periscope, and we've got Mixer. So we're trying to combine and keep an eye on all the chats together. But yeah, I mean, if we miss your message. There's a hell of a lot going on in chat. Keep it going though, because we love it. We love hearing from you guys and seeing what you guys care about most and your feedback. So let us know what you guys think. Yes, I have a cold as well, by the way. So if you hear my voice is a bit weird or maybe it's breaking up at some point. Actually, on Monday I was already
you sound like Batman.
Putting my insurance policy, right? I was saying, Ja, you might have to actually do the whole stream for me.
I was already prepared to get sick.
I was talking like this. I had no voice. So yeah, that was pretty bad. But luckily,
pretty scary.
It's come back. So yeah, hopefully it's okay for now and it'll hold up during the stream. If not, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do sign language, whatever.
I'm sure you're quite good at that.
Not really,
yeah,
but...
So Tansib is asking, is it really a fire in the background? I mean, oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We have to watch out because, you know, it's nice and warm. You know, we have to keep warm here as well at MSI.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's definitely not something that we project on a green screen with a loop or something. Don't watch closely because you won't see the point where it actually loops because it doesn't.
Pretty sure people are going to say otherwise in the chat. Don't listen to them. They're lying.
Yeah. Your haters gonna hate on our background and our fireplace. Don't believe it. It's fake news.
All right.
Put in more wood. Yeah. I'm looking a bit cold, am I? Maybe we can put on it. I mean, how are you guys liking this, by the way? Is this maybe a good suggestion for an accessory for next year for MSI gaming chairs? To include the hats? Is that something you guys would like? Let us know. Might be an idea.
Let's get a poll kicking.
We've got Lucky here, by the way, also wearing the hat, of course. He's not. Yeah, he's also here, and he's not feeling cold at all, especially with the hat. He does look a bit annoyed, though. I'm not sure what that's about. Come on, Lucky.
I think he's just looking badass. I mean, he is a dragon after all. He's a bit chubby, but true. He's still a dragon.
It is, yeah. So, yeah.
All right.
Put it on, ruin that hair. Somebody's loving this idea just a bit too much. Sanity knows. All right. So anyway, I'm seeing multiple people saying put it on, so let's do that then. I'm not afraid.
If they insist.
I'm gonna do it a bit like this though. See if it sticks. These things maybe they put a bit too much stiffener in while washing them or something. I don't know. They're quite yeah. You look like a leprechaun or whatever. You know, one of those garden gnomes.
You know, one of those streaming video players out there that looks just like this.
Does he?
It's like orange with white stripes, but...
Really? I must have missed that. Somebody's asking, are we going to play Fortnite? Not this week, no. Not this week. Maybe Fortnite puts out another chapter, you know?
Yeah, it's Jeremy. Maybe tonight I'll play Fortnite, but not yet.
There you go.
I mean,
you can go over to Ja's personal stream for that.
Yeah, I do get paid to do some actual work, you know, not just play video games all day.
No, not always, at least, not all the time.
Oh, Jason says he wants the RTX 5700. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if a collab between AMD and Nvidia is in the works, but hey, you never know.
Yeah, maybe he's an insider too.
It's yeah.
Oh. All right.
All right, so
What do we have lined up today?
let's get going. Well, yeah, let's start off with the first thing. And I wanted to start off with some components first. So let's start inside the computer.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, which the first one is the X570. MEG X570 Unify. A lovely board, as you can see. Let's first cover what's on the slide quickly.
Yeah.
So it has quite a lot of phases in the VRM, which means you can put, and it's an AM4 board obviously, so you can put the latest and greatest Ryzen processors on there.
Yeah.
They'll do great. Not Threadripper though. Be careful about that, because those are a bit bigger, so they won't fit physically, don't worry. But yeah, so very powerful VRM phase, which means good solid performance, no hiccups in power delivery whatsoever. It also won't get too hot.
It's just rock solid.
Yeah, it's covered by some really good heat sinks, so all metal extended heat sinks also. So the extended heat sinks you'll see in another product coming up. It just offers more surface area, so better cooling. That's basically it.
And you know, generally this will used to be, you know, cheap plastic, right?
Well, not cheap, but yeah.
Well, I mean, with the you know the worst
a lot
boards
of boards
out there.
Yeah, they just cover it because they want to
plastic.
cover it because they think it looks better, but it's not functional. And with this board and a lot of our boards actually, this is actually indeed part of the heatsink.
Yeah.
So that means it's actually functional and it helps with the cooling as well. So that's a great thing. And as you can see, it's an all black design. There is actually no RGB on the board itself.
Look at that, no RGB.
It does have RGB headers though, so if you do want to use RGB or put RGB in your case and you connect them, you still have that possibility. But on the board itself, there is no RGB. So this is for all the people who say, I don't like RGB. Just leave the RGB out for me. This is your board. So yeah. And of course, it also comes with the latest in both wireless and wired internet connections, pretty much. So Wi-Fi 6 is already included. Wi-Fi 6, of course, is also, or used to be known as Wi-Fi AX, which is kind of the next step. It's even, I believe, twice as fast or something.
Yeah,
as,
really doubling up the bandwidth. So
compared to
Wi-Fi
AC. So yeah, I mean, it's a really, really big step forward. They've renamed it now. It used to be AC AX, and now it's Wi-Fi 5, 6. So basically, the higher the number, the better and the faster the
it is
the
a bit
Wi-Fi
simpler
quality.
in that way.
Yeah, it's like the opposite, like what they did with USB, kinda.
Yeah, they learned a lesson there. Like that's how we should not do it.
Yeah, so Wi-Fi standards were like, let's simplify things, and the USB corporation who defines that was like, hold my beer.
Make lives a bit easier.
Anyway, and of course also 2.5 gigs of gaming LAN. So that's really fast, guys. So that's pretty much, unless you're transferring stuff over your network, you're never even gonna fill that speed up.
Exactly. Yeah.
So for gaming, even downloading games, most internet connections are by far not fast enough to make use of all that full speed. So you'll be set for quite a while.
Yeah, it's for the future,
Yeah. I mean, that is quite literally something that probably it'll never form a bottleneck, pretty much. All right, we can have maybe a little bit of a close-up view.
And meanwhile, Mohammed is asking, is my GTX 1050 Ti ray traced? Well, I guess it's pretty clear there.
Does it support ray tracing? No. No, that's actually not 100% true. I do believe that Nvidia has enabled ray tracing for the 10 series.
Yeah, but not the hardware.
No, it doesn't have like dedicated ray tracing cores. So you will see that you can try it out, but the performance will be not great. So yeah, that's pretty much the answer. So yes, but don't expect that much good performance. So if you really want to enjoy ray tracing in games, you'll of course need to go for an RTX card. So RTX 2060 or up, pretty much. So yeah, hope that answers your question.
You might have some lined up later.
Might, yeah. I don't know. All right. So yeah, X570 Unify, as it's called. I really love this board as well. You can see there's a fan here, by the way. that's because the X570 chipset actually does need a bit more cooling than most other chipsets on motherboards. However, this fan works similarly to how, let me just get down here so you can actually see my face. This fan works similarly to the how it works on graphics cards though. So it's kind of like a zero frozzer, where if there's no cooling needed, the fan will stop. And also, they're actually using a type of fan blade that has been used on graphics cards for well, quite a while. So it's a tried and tested technology, quite silent, and also it prevents the fan from spinning all the time by using the I think they call it like semi-passive.
Yeah. And
functionality.
And another thing, what media was actually really happy about was that the placement of our fans was actually a lot better than most boards out there, because the GPU
will sit above your hand
instead of covering the fan. So with other boards out there, you will see that the fans usually place somewhere here. So with the first GPU slot, the GPU will actually cover the fans.
Because a lot of the GPUs these days, of course, don't forget, guys, they're quite long. So this is the slot where you would ideally place it. The first PCIe slot down from the CPU. So that means that your graphics card will, depending on which model you have, of course, but it will go all the way, even to the edge of the motherboard. So yeah, if your fan is placed up here and your graphics card is like right up against it, that obviously will not do the cooling capacity of the fan any favors. So yeah, great placement indeed. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's just a great. It includes all the great MSI motherboard features like the steel armor slots, M.2. I believe you have three slots there, all with the cooling on top of it as well. So these covers are actually also metal, so they will help to cool the M.2 modules to prevent any throttling. Here you've got, of course, the memory slots, so 4 of them. And all around. And also, I do believe that there is a so these 2 heat sinks here, they are connected by a little heat pipe. Yeah. So that also means that the VRM is being cooled extra efficiently by that. And nice little touch when installing pre-installed I/O shield.
Yeah.
So this one already is there out of the box. When you take it out of the box, it's already there, which means that pretty much you don't go into the situation where you build the PC, you put the case together and everything, and then you go to connect all the things at the back, and then you notice, crap, I forgot.
Yeah, I just encountered that like last week.
Yeah. So this is for people like you.
Yes,
and
definitely.
Me.
I've
had this before as well. I mean, to be fair, if you build PCs or have built PCs a lot in the past, there's a good to fair chance that you've run into this kind of situation. This board also has a lot of power connectors for, if you really go overboard with your Ryzen CPUs and you want to overclock. So you've got the standard 24-pin here, and you've got 2 8-pin connectors here at the top for extra power delivery to the CPU. So this is just to add, extra power, extra juice for those tasty 7nm monsters.
Oh, yes. All the core monsters out there.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, all around a really, really nice board, I have to say. And again, this will fit pretty much any build because it's not specifically one color. Well, it's black, yeah, but I mean you can match that with anything, right?
I mean, 99% of cases out there are black, anyways.
Yeah. Somebody's asking. So I have another question. Are you guys pro gamers or are you guys members of the MSI team? Just asking.
I'm a pro Fortnite gamer. And he's a pro CSGO gamer.
No, we are not pro gamers in the sense that we are competitive pro gamers. Not that. So basically, our job is we are product marketing people in MSI, product marketing officers, and so we are involved with pretty much all aspects of the products themselves and how they look and which features they should have, but also things like what should be on the box that's around the product, what kind of information is on the website. We make videos which you can see on our YouTube channel where we try to cover the key aspects of many products in like 1 minute or something or less.
A lot of communication and content creation.
Yeah, so basically indeed all the things around the products as well. So that's pretty much our job. And then, of course, we also do streams like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when we're lucky, there's gameplay too.
Exactly. Yeah. So sometimes our job is literally to play games in the office.
Yeah. You know, we gotta test games sometimes to see how it works on our systems too.
Exactly.
Which is nice.
But most of us are, you know, even before we came to work for MSI, we were already gamers and hardware enthusiasts. So it's kind of our thing, and it has been already. So it's not that it's just our job. This is actually our thing, and we love this kind of thing. So
exactly,
it fits.
Oh, so a lot of questions, I see.
I see Unlucky on Periscope saying, just finished my new PC build, got a nice B450 Tomahawk Max. Nice. I hope your name is not going to transfer into anything that, you know, covers your build. So I hope your build is not unlucky. But it sounds nice. Can I apply for a job? Sure. But yeah, you'll have to check the website or whatever. There'll be, if there are job openings, you'll see there.
Well, hope to see you soon then, Jeremy.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. So I'll hand this one to you again, by the way, so we can.
All right.
Right. So let's go to the next one, which is another motherboard. Here we go.
Also, it's the very dark and black.
Yeah, B360 Gaming Pro Carbon, which is also a really, really nice board. Yeah, this one does have the RGB, obviously, as you can also see in the slide next to me. It does have also the extended heatsink, which I'll show in a close-up in a minute as well, but you can already see it highlighted in the slide on the top right. It has Intel gigabit LAN, so it's plenty fast enough for at least for a lot of for all the gaming things you're going to do with it. Front and rear, and here we go, this is the USB thing, guys. I'm going to try and do it. Front and rear, USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C. All right, so let's do it again. USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C. There you go. I'm not going to try and say that faster because, this is just not going to work. And then, also a Realtek ALC 1220 audio codec with digital SPDIF output. So that's that's really nice for the audio enthusiast as well. Yeah, so let's have a little bit of a close-up view. This is obviously an Intel board based on the LJ1151, if I'm correct, socket. Let's see if I can get it low enough. Oh, here we go. I mean, the Gaming Pro Carbon, ever since this board came out, since we came up with this concept,
very popular.
It is, and I can see why. It's a really stylish board, not too much in the way of too much flashy stuff going on.
Yeah, great.
It'll also fit with pretty much everything. It does have the nice carbon elements on the heatsink. This, by the way, is the extended heatsink I was talking about. Here you can actually see
here
it. Maybe
too,
a little bit.
that's not a plastic cover.
No, you can actually see, and it's quite thick, right? You can actually see it extends all the way, pretty much above the I/O panel here. So it's quite nice. Also helps a lot with the cooling. And it does have, especially on the top slot, here you can also see it has the MSI steel, PCIe steel armor. So that means that this one is actually way more reinforced, and so no problem to put heavy graphics cards on there.
Yeah, get that 2080 Ti in there.
If you want, you can. There's no problem whatsoever. You can see here it has two, see my fingers stretch far enough, yes. Two M.2 slots here as well. So plenty of space to put really fast storage for loading your games even faster. Yeah, I mean, all around, it's just a really nice board. It has a lot of stuff going for it, and I believe it's quite reasonably priced as well.
Yeah, especially if you're looking at the VRM and the cooling conditions on there.
Yeah. So it's all around. It's just a great board. There you go. Right. Let's.
And the RGB is really subtle on there, right? So
the RGB, it's mostly located on, I believe, on the side. So as you can see on the picture there, and just under the bottom right heatsink where it says MSI. So also that you can see on the picture there, basically. You can see it's on the side of the board. If I hold it the same way, it's this side, and it's just under the bottom heatsink here as well. So it's not too much. It's not over the top, but it is there, and it's nice. It's a nice touch. I like it. Yeah, and a lot of connectors. I mean, you always need that. So there you go.
Can never go wrong with this.
No, pretty much not. If you're going for an Intel build, also, you know, it's solid enough that it can fit pretty much all the big Intel processors, i7, i9. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I mean, there's the reason why this Gaming Pro series, you know, they're really popular.
Yeah.
Good price with good performance.
Exactly. All right, let's go to the next one. By the way, if you see me reaching down, it's because I have the controller here. The controller being a mouse to go to the next slide.
Nothing fishy happening here.
No, I don't know why you would even say that.
No suggestions there.
Exactly. All right. Yeah, my favorite part pretty much, graphics cards. And it's especially my favorite part because this year, of course, you know, well, last year actually, Nvidia already came out with the RTX lineup, but it was pretty much all, you know, waiting. Everybody was saying on the internet as well, just wait until AMD comes out with their Navi GPU. So this year we got it, and I think it's been pretty good. It's also been good for competition. After that, Nvidia launched the Super Series as well. So this basically meant you could get more performance for a lower price. So hey, you know, what's not to like? But let's cover this card first. So I've got it right here.
That's
actually
a big boy.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll put the box here as well, just for a second. Here we go. Ah. Right. Yeah. So really nice card. Again, it's not too flashy. Focusing on the basics, on the essentials first, which should always be the priority. And I mean, as you can see, it's quite thick. It's about, I would say, pretty much 3 slots. Two and a lot, as you can see here. So, because this is two slots, this I/O panel here. And so it sticks out a fair bit, almost as a complete slot. But that does mean that, and you can see it's full. It's not like really empty space. It's
full of heatsink.
Exactly. It's full of heatsink. That also means it's relatively, well, yeah, it's heavy, I would say. Feels weighty, and it's very sturdy as well. But that means that the cooling is excellent because you've got so much surface space to help with the heat dissipation. That cooling on this card is excellent. You know, if you check the media reviews, you'll see it as well. This is just an excellent card. It has the Torx 3.0 fans that you'll also find on our latest Nvidia cards. Yeah, it has some RGB, not too much on the side here. It has a really nice backplate as well. Here you go, with a nice brushed finish. But still, it's got its own identity. So we didn't want to just, you know, copy paste the same cooler design, the exact same cooler that we use on RTX cards, for example, on this card. We did really want to give it its own, its own identity. So it's quite nice. Yeah, all the connectors you'll need pretty much for a high-end build. And I mean, this card, I selected it because it's just really excellent in terms of performance, cooling, but especially also the pricing is quite good compared to the performance. So you've got, well, pretty much $450-ish price range this will be available at. And the performance you get for this is, well, all the way pretty much up to 4K.
Yeah, which 4040p gaming on Ultra, it's...
Yeah, for 4040p, this card, it's the XT, by the way. It's the RX 5700 XT. So it is the higher positioned one. But yeah, I mean, this card is just excellent for that. And the price point is really good as well. And I also selected this one specifically, and also the next one, spoiler alert, because, you know, looking for next year, and especially in, well, relatively beginning of next year, there will be one game in particular launching. Cyberpunk. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so Cyberpunk.
Didn't catch that.
Obviously. Yeah. You're breathtaking.
No, you are breathtaking.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, if you want to make sure that your PC can handle it, I mean, we don't know the exact recommended specs yet or how it will run. That data is not available yet, but you can be pretty sure that for full HD or 4040p resolution with this card,
No problemo.
It should be no problem. I mean, I can't give any guarantees. For full HD, I pretty much can. You know, that should really not be a problem because it would be really weird if that.
But you're speaking of, you know, everything maxed out, right?
Yeah, like ultra settings and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, obviously not ray tracing because it will have ray tracing, and this card will. But at the moment doesn't support that, but everything except ray tracing at ultra, then yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I selected this one. Yeah, it's excellent value, and it's still a really high-end card, and you'll be, you know, having a lot of fun playing Cyberpunk with this card as well next year. So yeah, the next card kind of spoiled it already, but fair enough. I'll cover it anyway, and I can actually do it side by side as well.
I don't think people mind, so it's okay.
No, probably not. The next card, ta-ta, is this beast here. So this is the GeForce RTX 2070 Super Gaming X Trio. So
it's a whole different identity.
It is, yeah. I mean, I can take the other card as well, so you can compare them a bit. Because I happen to have them here both physically. So here you go. As you can see, this card is quite a bit longer. And it's still, I would say, pretty much the same. Wow. Not the same weight, 100%. They're both quite heavy. But as you can see, it's, maybe in a closer view, yeah. As you can see, this is the Trio card as well. You can see it pretty much also takes up about 3 slots. So in terms of thickness and the weight and also the cooling capacity, both have, you know, pretty thick heat sinks. But the Trio, this one actually has a bit more, I would say, because the heatsink is longer. So actually, yeah, this one has a bit more cooling capacity. And as you can see, I mean, also, yeah, probably on this side you can see it quite well. This is an insane amount of surface area, right?
Oh yeah,
guys. I mean, we've covered this before. We've covered this card a couple of times before, but I mean, this is just ridiculous. And I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good type of ridiculous, if you ask me, because the card is really, really silent. It has again 3 Torx 3.0 fans. One is a bit smaller than the other ones, obviously, because it needs the space. We need to leave the space for if you want to do SLI. Yeah. Yes, that's still a thing. Especially from 2070 Super and up.
People are actually saying, well, you dropped it, so you can send it to them because it's broken.
I can send it to Linus. No, I mean, you know, this card is also, I mean, yes, I dropped it, I mean, barely, but this card is so sturdy, I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to drop it as well. Well, maybe I'd break the table or something.
Yeah, definitely.
But don't also this one, I mean, despite its length, it is so freaking sturdy because all of the screws basically around the backplate also go all the way through into the heatsink. So basically the PCB is not the thing holding up the weight of the card. It's the whole construction is kind of, you know, it's supporting the weight. And you've got the anti-bending strip here as well, which again also helps to prevent the card from sagging or bending or anything like that. There's no worry of that happening on this card. Yeah, I mean, in terms of why I chose this one also is because, of course, excellent features, really nice card, great performance. It's even, you know, slightly better performance than the RX 5700 XT, but with the added capability of ray tracing. So really, if you want to go into Cyberpunk, for example, and you want to enjoy the full ray tracing experience as well, yeah, RTX cards just really hard to beat. Yes, it's a bit more expensive, but you do get the ray tracing element. So it's up to you. That's also why I thought these were 2 really nice choices to put side by side, because it's really up to you if you care about the ray tracing part, yes or no. Both offer really good performance in the game, and well, at least I expect they will offer really good performance in the game. Again, I cannot guarantee it because we simply don't know yet. Unfortunately, I'm as excited as anyone because I really want to get my hands on the game and, you know, do some testing. But
I was really sold when I heard about Keanu Reeves. So
yeah. Well, that for me that was just like the icing on the cake. I heard about it, I was like, yeah, nice. That was a nice touch.
I do have to say he does look like 10 years younger in the game.
He always does.
In the game.
Do you have any idea how old this guy really is?
If we really have to get specific, I think he's kind of prehistoric. Because
Maybe.
they have evidence of him, you know, paintings of him from like in the 20th century.
True.
I mean, like 15th century or something like
Is
that.
he not an alien or something?
Yeah, that's the
Him and Tom
that's the
Cruise?
general Illuminati. Yeah.
Him and Tom Cruise, because Tom Cruise
Yeah.
also just doesn't seem to age. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, a great game. Very much anticipating it, and yeah, with these cards, with either one of these cards, you'll be fine with it. The backplate is metal, by the way. See somebody, Aditya is asking on YouTube. So it's a metal backplate, as you can see here, a nice brush finish, and it actually has some of the thermal pads on the back of the backplate as well. So this does mean that the backplate will get hot. That's actually a good thing. You want it to get hot when the card actually heats up.
Dissipate the heat.
Exactly. It means that it actually is helping to dissipate some of the heat. Again, it doesn't make like 10 degrees difference or something like that, but you know, every degree counts when it comes to cooling your graphics card. And it also, because it acts like a passive heatsink pretty much, so that does mean that it works better if you have good airflow in your case. And that's pretty much always the case, unless you've got like full block water cooling like EK, then airflow really doesn't matter that much. But yeah, as long as you use air cooling, make sure you have good airflow in your case. You'll always be better off with it.
Yeah, I believe we have an excellent example later on.
Yeah. Why are you spoiling?
I'm not spoiling anything.
Just kidding.
I'm just letting people know there's a good connection later.
Hani is saying, I bought a 2070 Super, but I couldn't take this beast because I found a good deal on another brand. Oh man,
That's sad to hear.
I was really.
We thought you were the chosen one.
Exactly, you know, I was really impressed until you added that last part.
Yeah, now you're blacklisted.
Don't worry. I mean, you know, do whatever you like, and if you get a good deal, I mean, yeah, I would probably do the same again. Because here's the thing: as time goes by, you'll see that the performance within a GPU segment. So if you take a 2070 Super, for example, whether you take an entry level or one of the higher models. The performance, yes, there is a difference, but it's not like 10 or 20% difference. The biggest difference is in noise production, build quality, and other features. So again, it's up to you. Our Gaming X model obviously is one of the better models when it comes to build quality, excellent cooling performance. So it's very, very silent, especially with the 3 fans and this beast of a heatsink. And you've got all the other fancy stuff like RGB lighting. So it's up to you if you want to spend the extra couple of, there's probably the difference will be tens of dollars, I would say.
Yeah.
Not going to be hundreds. So yeah, but the performance, it's also good to know that the performance, even if you take an entry-level model, in terms of performance, you'll probably be okay. As long as your cooling is good, that's an important one. Make sure your cooling is good. Yeah, I mean, you should be okay.
And I think we have talked on for quite a bit now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Should we do it?
We should do it.
You feeling like
we should do
being
it.
Santa?
Yep. We should go play Santa.
All right.
Because boys and girls.
Be my guest. I'll just put
if
these
you
ones here.
If you haven't paid attention, well, you can win a Steam Steam wallet code. And if you have already registered, then you'll be in the pool right now. So I'm gonna pull the first winner. So if you haven't tried yet, go to the link right there on the banner, msi.com/2/insider. And if the link doesn't work for you, just keep a track of the chat, because the direct link to the giveaway is also in the chat. So good luck, guys, if you have just entered, and let's see who the first winner is.
All right, you guys ready?
I do actually feel like I'm kind of
Santa.
Yeah, a gaming Santa. I'm literally giving away stuff.
Here's the thing, if at Santa, at Christmas, I would get like a couple of Steam wallet codes. That's a pretty good gift, to be honest. I would be quite happy.
This guy is pretty lucky. I believe he won last week too.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Are you kidding?
Congratulations.
This is going to make his day.
Yeah, Snuck. I know you're in the chat right now, so Snuck, SNOCC, congratulations. And we hope you enjoy the game code again. Again, guys, we have no influence on who gets the code because it's all just randomized.
Yeah, it's a random system in our
exactly.
backend.
But you do Well, you can influence your chance
Yes.
at winning by performing more actions.
The more actions you perform, you know, liking our channels, subscribing, stuff like that, it will increase your chances.
Yeah, all right. So others who have just joined, good luck. And next time we'll see who the winner is.
Yep.
Alrighty. Where were we, Pete?
Where were we?
Yeah.
Eric's looking a bit chilly. Should we let him in at some point?
Oh.
We left him out to dry?
No, I think he's good. He's good. He's enjoying it.
All right. All right. So the next one, and I mean this is a real beast. So yeah, let me just warm up for this one, because I mean,
I'll make some room for you.
These cards, you know, yes, they're big, they're heavy, they're, you know, impressive, but you know, this next one, oh mama, you know, this is the real deal.
Now you have set the expectation really high.
Let's see if we can lift this one. Nice. So let's see. I'll adjust the slide here.
Yeah, you even had me fooled.
Like, I know.
For a moment.
That was the idea. So yeah, better do like a close-up view or whatever, or the main cam. I think is fine. Okay, yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, let's do the main cam first.
So you can see you guys the difference.
Here's a size comparison, guys. So here's this is the to be exact, this is one of our AERO ITX cards. This is the 1660 Ti actually, AERO ITX card. So the reason why I want to highlight this is because I also know there are a lot of people who love small form factor builds, who are not into, you know, the big huge cases and big builds. And for those people, you know, performance still matters. So if you still want good performance, but you know, you don't have that much space to play around with because, hey, you want your small form factor build, we got you covered. So this will fit on an ITX motherboard as well. ITX obviously being the format, the standard. And this goes, we have these models available all the way up to, I believe, 2070. RTX 2070, but also 2060 Super, I believe. So it's, yeah, all the way up to about that level of performance, which is pretty nice for a relatively small card. So yeah, this is basically if you don't want to have a really big, huge card and still want full-size performance. That's pretty much it. So it'll have a single fan. It's quite neutral in the colors, you know. Maybe we can do the close-up now, so I can show it a little bit closer. There we go. So yeah, it's just way more functional as well. It's a big fan, as in, you know, I do believe it's about the same size as the gaming fans. Is it maybe a bit bigger? No, it's the same size. So it's about it's about 90 centimeters, something like that. But a single fan that will do the job. It will probably also be a bit less expensive than our gaming cards, for example, because of the materials. Also, no backplate. Usually, if you have a small form factor build as well, you don't care that much about the looks. You want it to look clean more than anything, not too much clutter or cables or stuff like that. And you need to use that space efficiently. So not having a backplate is actually a plus point.
Definitely.
In a small form factor build, because it takes space otherwise. So yeah, otherwise you still get, again, this is the 1660 Ti, so you get the normal connectors on it. I've left the dust covers on here. But still, you know, you get the normal connectors on it, whatever card you choose. It's on our website if you want to check out other AERO ITX models. But I did want to highlight it because, you know, we don't focus on these that much. But I think they are quite popular, and yeah, for a good reason. Small cards are quite nice as well. And I think it's a growing segment, you know, people with that like smaller builds. I think we might actually come back to that in a minute. So.
Yeah, we have someone in the team who loves it.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's in Taiwan right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a big fan of small form factor builds. So yeah, if you want full-size performance, big performance in a small package, basically, AERO ITX is the way to go.
And Arson, we are not avoiding your issue. We know about the game code last week, so we're really looking into that and trying to fix it.
Yeah, I believe Eric is also mentioned it at the beginning of the stream. So yeah, he is fixing it. He's chasing it, but give him some time. Again, he was also traveling. He just got out of an airplane, out of a 13, 14-hour flight.
Yeah,
he's
like
jet lagged to hell and back. And I think, over there it's now around bedtime, so he's just going to bed. Give it a day or something, but trust me, you'll get your prize.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Got any other nice?
Okay. Yeah, I believe somebody also asked when the MSI ultra-wide gaming monitors are coming out. Actually, we already have them out. Well, the latest one is our MPG 341 CQR. So if you're interested, you can check that one out. It's the world's first AI gaming monitor. So a lot of unique features on there.
Do we have any videos or something like that on our YouTube channel for that one?
Actually, we do. Yeah.
There you go.
So I did a live stream about it too. So you can just go to our YouTube.
There's 2 videos already.
Yeah, MSI Gaming.
So if you want to know more about that, indeed, go to if you're not already on YouTube, but go to MSI Gaming channel on YouTube and do a search for, what was the name?
MPG 341. CQR. Well, if you just type in MPG 341, you'll find it. So yeah. So good luck with that.
All right. John L just got a new keyboard, the MSI Vigor 80. This is the thing. I'm not a native English speaker. You probably can tell, right? I try, but I fail at some point. Anyway, and the name Vigor really messes with me. Because I used to announce it like Vigor, but then all the British people were like, "What?
What are you saying, mate?
Do you mean vigor?" Like, yeah,
like
probably.
Vigorous?
I don't know if it's like a potato thing or if it's really just my lack of native English showing there. I don't know. You guys tell me if you know. Is there a new Nahimic version with support streaming and GeForce Experience without losing sound? Ooh, good question. I don't know, because Nahimic really is not connected with GeForce Experience. But do you mean that it's messing with each other if you have both on, or what do you mean? Because I know Nahimic is usually connected to our motherboards or full-size systems. So I don't really get the link with our graphics card quite yet.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. Oh, chat's kicking off. Tomato, potato.
I'm not sure. Do we have a gaming server that we host for games for friends and others?
Well, not us. We don't. I mean, this was an idea we were playing around with. Maybe also to do live streams or something, but we haven't gotten around to it yet. Maybe next year or something. I don't know. All right. Well, Edwin, if it's really a problem, it seems to be that it's messing or something. Try without Nahimic and see. Just try and see what is actually causing the sound. I mean, we're not a support. We're not tech support. But here's the thing. Whenever people tell me about a problem, I instantly just thinking about solutions. So just try and do it without Nahimic. See if that works. If not, then try something else. When will MSI be making M.2 SSDs and RAM so I can make a whole system? That's a great idea. I don't know if we should get into that, because I think those markets are already quite crowded.
Many players in there.
I don't really expect us to go into that anytime soon, but hey, you never know. Yeah.
So, is it still possible to use the Afterburner on the 1660 Ti ITX that you just showed?
Oh yeah. I mean, Afterburner will work on any GPU. Well, I don't know if that's true, but any MSI GPU, because we don't sell Quadro, for example. The really expensive, corporate type of or whatever. Anyway,
really
CAD drawing, stuff like that. Very specific workloads indeed.
Yeah,
so for all the cards that we sell, all the graphics cards that we sell, yes, Afterburner works. Because I see a question about, can you overclock? Yes, but Obviously, you can see that the cooling capacity is not quite as big as, for example, on a gaming card. So that's what you do have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
So yes, you can overclock, and you can, on an Nvidia card, you have this, what is it? The voltage curve and stuff like that.
The scanner.
The OC scanner.
Yeah.
So you could probably run that, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't expect it to go quite as high. I mean, the smaller cards are not really built for overclocking, so they'll do it. But they might get a bit hotter, or they might struggle a bit more to get rid of the heat. So if you have really good airflow, yeah, maybe you'll have a good overclock. If not, I wouldn't expect too much of overclocking.
Exactly. Hey, our man I Am Box just joined.
All right.
Welcome. Long time no see.
All right.
Yeah, so I think we have got everything handled by now.
Yeah, man, I'm Box. You're an hour late, dude.
Yeah, we've been disappointed for 50 minutes.
Yeah. Is your time zone still screwed up? Is your, are you still on summertime or daylight savings or? Anyway. Yeah, I mean, Edwin, I see your questions about undervolting and stuff like that, but that's really a very specific topic. So I'm not going to go into that. I'm sorry about that. I mean, you could probably find a lot of information if you just Google about it. I did that when I was trying to undervolt a notebook, for example, which worked out great. So yeah, probably that's the best advice I can give you right now. Just Google it a bit, and there will probably be a lot of information about how to do it.
Yeah, then carefully try and error.
Only do it when you feel comfortable doing it, yeah. All right, next one.
Oh, moving on.
Oh yeah. Here we go. So this one is completely new. I don't believe we've ever shown this one, right?
Actually, we just got this ourselves last week or something.
Yeah, well, there were suddenly
still brand new.
Yeah, 2 boxes in our office, and we didn't open them yet, but they looked promising, and then we thought, well, why don't we have a look inside? And what we saw was, let me make some space, because this is a case, so it's going to be relatively big, but also not that big. It's a nice size case, and I was very, very happy and surprised when I saw it, because it looks quite nice. So let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, the MSI, what is it?
MAG, yeah.
Forge 100R. So this is, being MAG, that's our Arsenal gaming lineup, which means it's, well, I don't want to call it entry level, but it's...
it has all the basic gaming features covered.
Yeah, it is, basically I'm saying this is not the most expensive case we will have. And that's what makes it even more impressive to me, because it doesn't see or, look or feel like not a not expensive case. It actually has a lot of features that more expensive cases have. So let me just run through the basic features for you. Can we go back to the slide? Yeah, thanks. So it will fit up to ATX motherboard. So that means that eATX or extended ATX will not fit probably, but ATX, micro ATX, and mini ITX can all be put in there. Will fit. It's optimized for airflow. I'll show you that in a minute as well, but you can already see it on the bottom left. It has 2 front airtake fans and a mesh front, so not a glass front, but mesh. So that means excellent airflow intake, and 1 fan in the back to help with the exhaust of the hot air. It also has a 4mm tempered glass side panel on one side, so you can see all the components you put in there. It's quite nice. And it also comes with a addressable RGB lighting with a 6-port hub and Mystic Light support in the box, or out of the box, I should say. So it's already got those things when you take it out of the box, so you don't have to buy that separately. So yeah, I mean, for a smallish case, it's a great size. I really love this.
Mid-size, yeah.
Yeah, it's really in between the smaller size, and you can still put. Fit all the big graphics cards in here if you want, all the components you want. It's great. So maybe just look at the close-up view. Here we go. So as you can see, this is one of the air intake fans that's already in there on the front. The other one is on the front here as well. These are RGB fans, by the way. So and they are, I believe, are addressable. So you can sync them up with the rest of your setup. And these are the mesh panels I was talking about. So both the top and the bottom panels are mesh. So that means that the airflow comes through without any pretty much hindrance. So great
no
for the airflow.
at all.
Yeah, yeah. I really like what they did with the angling on the front. I mean, this is a taste thing, obviously. Some people might like it, some people might not. I really like the look of it. And especially when you consider that, you know, there's also possibly, if you want, the RGB behind it as well, which can look really nice. Looking at the front then, the front panel on the top, I should say, you have the power button here, which is, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's kind of shaped like the MSI Shield logo. It's really nice. A little reset button, obviously, sometimes you'll need it, hopefully not. Audio plugs, so 3.5mm jack here for headphones and your microphone. 2 USB, I do believe these are 3.0 capable, but I'm not 100% sure, or 3.2 even. But these are the regular ones, not Type-C. And a button for direct RGB addressing of, well, basically these two fans here. So even if you don't want to install software or anything like that, by just pressing this button, there's a set amount of presets basically that you can cycle through and very quickly just change how it looks if you don't want to spend too much time messing around with software. On the top, for the rest, also really nice here is something that you also see on our other models, and especially the more expensive ones as well, is a nice magnetic dust cover. So really easy to clean. As you can see, you can just take it off, clean it, and then stick it back on. That's it. That's actually, there we go. That's more like it. Anyway, so really easy for maintenance as well, to keep it clean. Yeah. The inside is all black.
Yeah, people are actually very curious about the inside.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, okay, I'll quickly take the glass panel off, maybe, see if I can do it.
Let me help.
The screws are a bit tight, but this is the first time we open this, guys, so...
Yeah, I mean, even the tempered glass is still being protected.
Yeah, it's still got the, and we're trying to keep it on there in case, you know, Mike wants to do an unboxing, or, you know, like a stream with this thing, so you can unveil the tempered glass and he can do the tearing off of the plastic. Wow, this is quite tight. I don't know if I can open this. I don't think we have a screwdriver here, do we?
Well, we can go grab it because it's right there.
All right, let me quickly grab it then. Because yeah, if people want to see it, you know, who are we to say no?
Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? Nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Could be me, but I don't see the screwdriver here.
Oh, there's a little box right there.
Hmm?
It's in there. It's in there. It's in the box. It's the black box in the box.
So we
found the screwdrivers. Good news.
We cleaned our studio recently.
Yeah, we're sitting in our new studio. We've been streaming here for, I think, just this is the third time.
Third time, yeah, exactly. Not that long. So we built a whole new studio. We're still working on improving it as well. Maybe we'll do a video at some point about it. Wow, I'm just dropping stuff left and right now.
Yeah, Linus be like.
Let's see. All right. So yeah, that was quite tight actually. And just one more screw to go. There we go. See if we can give you guys, there you go, the inside view. So just take the glass panel off, and here we go. So as you can see, everything's still even in plastic. There's some connectors here, I do believe. Let me just quickly. Oh no, these are screws actually, but there are some brackets in here as well. Aha, these are extension or expansion brackets to replace what's in there. Yeah. So as you can see here on the inside, everything is black, nice and dark. On the inside here, even you might have some space if you want to place some fans. Not 100% sure.
Yeah. But you can also place the fans on the bottom. It's fully meshed also. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so with your power supply, basically, also really nice, your power supply will be below this part here, so it's actually hidden from view. Below this part here on the back, you can see it as well quite clearly. That's where your power supply will go. Looks like you can actually mount a graphics card vertically if you want, right here. So that's also a really nice touch. Otherwise, you know, if you just want to mount them in the traditional way, you've got a lot of expansion slots here. Obviously your motherboard I/O panel will go there. And here is the rear rear exhaust fan, which you can see right there, already also pre-installed. So in terms of airflow out of the box, this thing will do great and offers a lot of possibility, a lot of space, even though it only goes up to, well, only I say, but only goes up to ATX, and that covers, well, by far most of the motherboards that you're likely to have. So yeah, very nice. Yeah, I mean, somebody's saying, comparing to other brands, of course, and they say the screws are a bit weird. Maybe it's just because we just, you know, we never took it off before, so they were tightened quite far. Because they are actually thumb screws. I don't know if you can we show them?
Yeah. Let's see.
They do have like some, let's see here.
Yeah, there's extra grip on the outside of the screws.
Focus on this. Maybe if I take the case away, because it's focusing on the case.
Yeah. So the size of the screw, they're made in such a way that there's like a lot of grip for your fingers.
Come on, focus on the screw, dude. There we go. See? So if you don't, I mean, you don't have to tighten them all the way. Just make sure you tighten them good enough so that there will be no vibrations. You can also see there's a little bit of rubber here, which will also stick into the on top of the screw there, which will also connect to the glass basically, so you don't, you know, this is to dampen any vibrations possibly that you have or that you are being caused. So as long as that is pressed nicely up against the case, that's it. That's job done, and you can, because of the profile on the side there, you can probably loosen it by hand. You don't really need the screws, but you can use them as you saw me doing. If you've overdone it a bit. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Somebody's also saying indeed, so the cable management of the case can be done quite well, because indeed, if you look at it, yeah, there's also, of course, some space here in the back behind the motherboard, basically, where you can do the cables towards, you know, front panel, other components, RGB, fan header, stuff like that. So yeah, you can probably do quite good cable management as well with this one. Again, you know, when I saw it, I was really impressed. And this was one of the things where I just thought, yeah, if I'm gonna build a new PC at some point, this is quite a good candidate for a case that I would consider.
For this size, definitely.
That I would get. Also because, again, you know, I'm a big fan of good airflow as well, and this one with the mesh panels and the rear exhaust fan, airflow is going to be good. So that's really important. Will the case be available in other colors? Not that I know. What I have heard or seen, I mean, again, we have another box, which is the Forge 100M. From the top of my head, I think. So there seems to be a different model. I haven't opened that box yet, but from experience, I would guess it's a you know, a one without RGB, for example, and maybe without the tempered glass, because you know we tend to offer some choice, so that either you want like the full RGB one with the tempered glass, stuff like that, or you want the basically the closed off one, because you don't care about looking inside and you also don't care about RGB, so you get normal fans. But again, you might have to check it, because maybe it's actually an even more pimped out version. I don't know. So again, I don't know what the 100M is about, the Forge 100M.
Maybe Mike can soon.
Yeah, maybe we can do it in an upcoming stream. We can cover these cases. Maybe we can even do another build stream. Let us know what you think about that, guys. If you want to, maybe want us to do a build stream in one of these cases, show you what's what. Might also be interesting. Yeah, Hussein Heine is also saying nice thermals in future stream. Yeah, perhaps. I don't know if we can do a side-by-side comparison with other cases, but I mean, by itself, I would be very comfortable putting some very demanding components in here that get quite hot, because I think that the airflow will be quite nice. Yeah, it'll be able to handle it easy peasy. What's chat saying?
Somebody noticed that there's a Dutch sitting right here.
Nah, it's you're just imagining things now.
Yeah, somebody already wants the build stream. Good.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
New ideas.
Yeah. Bruce Leroy, you're right. Looks like the fans are pre-installed. Yes. So they are pre-installed out of the box already. You don't have to do it by yourself. You can, of course, because I think they're standard size fans.
Yeah.
120 probably.
Yeah. Right now
That's
there's
a standard
three included.
size. Yeah. So you can, if you want, replace them with other fans, but yeah, they're already in there. So yeah, quite nice. All right.
Well, what else? What kind of surprises are still out there?
Well, now that we're in, I mean, this case wasn't too big, it's a nice mid-size.
Yeah, mid-tower.
Yeah, so I think, coming back to, we also had the AERO ITX, smaller builds.
Smaller builds.
So, shall we...
Let's see where we're going.
Shall we put one on the table?
Let's see. It's so difficult to get that up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably gonna need like 2 hands and stuff like that.
There it is.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Right here, this is a gaming desktop, guys. So yes. Let me just switch the view a little bit for you to see better. So it's, well, the first thing that you notice is, of course, if you just look at the size of my hand and the size of this case, it's a really small case.
And Ja's hands aren't that big, to be fair.
So yeah, it's quite light, If you're like moving around a lot, so you want a mobility, this is really an excellent choice. Because, the first thing that you do notice, of course, it's size. So our Infinite S9, it's really built for you guys that prefer to have more desk space. You don't want the huge cases, and you want everything just packed up in a very powerful little case. So don't be fooled, because even though it is small, this little guy can, well, it depends on what kind of configuration you want, because we have different configurations out there. Because, for example, this one, for example, this one has the max setting configuration. So here you can enjoy the 9400 and with RTX 2060, a full-sized RTX 2060. So not an RTX sized because, well, as you can see, it's still pretty long, so you can still fit in a full-sized GPU right in there. So hey, if you're like looking around to upgrade your PC,
I mean, even the full-size RX 5700 XT
well, if you put
potentially would fit.
If you put this bad boy right here,
length,
it makes him look even smaller, actually.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, it is quite small, but it's quite impressive what's still in there, and it's just down to clever use of the space.
Exactly.
So, and to be fair, this card is not in here, but because it's, I mean, I don't think it can fit in terms of thickness. But the length of the card, so you can.
That's very
really
unfortunate, because it is a vertically integrated
yes,
a GPU. So we do have like limited amount of thickness.
Yes,
that can
available.
Fit in there. Yeah,
yeah,
so
because
if you're upgrading,
but it's already amazing. If you look at how thin this thing actually is, yeah, here you go. I mean, that is like it's the thickness of my fist,
just
pretty much.
The width of your hand.
Yeah. And you've got a full-size graphics card in there, 2060. You've got your was it an i7?
Oh no, it's i5 9400.
i5,
but I do believe that the newer generations were even pipping this more even higher.
Yeah. So you've got a really nice high-end gaming, gaming-esque CPU in there with cooling.
Yeah. And realistically, this is not meant for 4K gaming or every AAA game at max style, playing fluently. Yeah. This is meant for if you want to really enjoy 1440p, you can get in there. You want to have some ray tracing capabilities, you can enjoy ray tracing. But of course, this is also not a $3,000 gaming PC,
No.
So this is meant for people that want to have great gaming experience, but don't need everything maxed out. Even at 1440p, you can still enjoy great experience, but just not everything maxed out.
Or for competitive games, because most of them aren't that demanding. Yeah. So it's great for that as well.
Exactly. So
another thing I want to highlight to you guys is that it's got also the power supply. Again, also everything. This thing has everything. So all you need to do is just connect up the cables.
It's a complete desktop.
And that's it.
Just in a very small size.
Yeah.
So hence that's why you will also see that right here, and on the slide you will also see if you want to take this somewhere with you, just put it in your backpack, because that's where it will fit. As you can, as you've seen, it's really very compact. Yeah. So no problem right there. And even if you're worried about heat dissipation because everything is so cramped up, well, even this small case we still use our iconic feature, which is our silent flow cooling, which means that the inside are actually being separated by different chambers. So you know, the biggest heat sources, like the CPU and the GPU, they're actually being separated into two different chambers with its own. Having a well, sort of like a tunnel
airflow
with airflow, so the heat will be dissipated, while not really amplifying each other's heat in the entire case. So the heating of not heating, but the cooling in here is still excellent for its size. So yeah, it's really like just a nice little complete package. If you're looking to upgrade your PC, and well, as I just explained, you don't need to have everything maxed out in 1440p and 4K and stuff like that. You know, this is a great little choice for you to really look into.
It also wouldn't look bad in a living room even scenario.
Not at all.
Because it's not like a huge tower. That's the whole thing. So you can pretty much fit it anywhere, as long as it does have a bit of space to get rid of the air, obviously.
Exactly. So you know, you can get it lucky and just put lucky on top of it, and this thing is almost gone.
Yeah.
And on the front, of course, you still have our Mystic Light RGB. So if you still want to enjoy some trendy RGB, you have the option. So yeah, I quite like this little thing. I think Mike also really likes it since it's so small.
Yeah, he is into the small builds.
I mean, I prefer to put desktops on my desk, and well, right now I actually have a new desk which isn't that big. So you know, especially in those kind of cases, well, a small form factor is perfect for saving space.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're interested, the Infinite S9 definitely a good option for you to check out.
Exactly. All right. Maybe time for another giveaway. What do you think?
Well,
should we make somebody happy?
Seems like Pete wants to play Santa. So this time you can play the Santa. I'll just do the manual work, you know, and you can be the real Santa. Let's see who the next winner is. So, well, guys, if you just joined, don't worry. Just go to the link. And you
just go to msi.com/2/insider or click on the link that's being spammed every now and again in the chat, the direct link to the giveaway. The more actions you perform, the bigger the chance you have to win. And we've got multiple codes to give away, so yeah, make sure you're part of the action.
Well, we have the next winner.
All right.
Looks like it is GoGo13.
Ooh, congratulations.
GoGo13. So you go with a code.
Exactly.
Enjoy it. And I hope you're going to have a lot of fun and a very good Christmas. Maybe something that you always wanted, but never really wanted to buy on Steam. Well, now you have the opportunity to...
exactly, yeah. I mean, there'll
more
be
motivation.
There'll be a Christmas sale probably as well, right?
Yes.
Usually.
Knowing Steam, I don't check it like on purpose. I just purposely avoid it.
Yeah.
It's just,
I have some stuff marked in my wish list, so I do get like a notification or something, an email if they ever go on sale.
That's already a good start.
Just so I can check, you know, only the things I know I want, but it's just, it's tempting. It's tempting.
All right, guys, so don't worry if you haven't won any code yet. There's still chances left.
Yeah, maybe, we'll see.
So, yeah, go get it. Good luck.
Exactly.
All right. So that was the S.
Yeah.
We still have quite a few
products to go.
Tips left, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, what's next?
All right, so yeah, moving from a full system, which the Infinite S is, to another system which is also not too big, but let's just show it. I actually asked, and it was we were supposed to have a sample of the Alpha 15.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Alpha 15 is our first gaming laptop, based on entirely AMD.
Yeah. So the 7nm really.
I don't know how many years. I don't even know if in the past we had a gaming laptop that was all AMD. I don't know.
In my experience, I can't remember any of these kind of models from our lineups.
So the Alpha 15, and I mean this is quite an exciting product because again, you know, AMD is also quite on a roll with both their CPUs and their GPUs. So you do get nice competition. You know, you really have a good choice between you know, up until now we pretty much only had you know. The thing that we had Intel CPUs with an Nvidia GPU, which was great, you know, also some great products. So can't really complain about it. But a lot of people were saying, you know, wouldn't it be nice if there was some real competition? Well, you got it. So this one's for you. And I am also really excited. It's the first 7 nanometer technology gaming laptop. It's the first laptop, from what I heard, to have the RX 5500M.
Really exciting, because yeah, people are really looking forward to this card, like the desktop version too.
Yeah. So this one it's really the first in the market, I believe, to have it, to offer it. And also it's coupled with the latest Ryzen 7 processor, which again is also a beast. So yeah, very exciting product. And I mean, let's see where it leads. This is the first one that we are offering based on all AMD.
Yeah, so there might be even more.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, I would be surprised. I don't know the plan specifically because, again, well, I have to say notebooks aren't my product group, and I don't get all the information about it. But I would be surprised if this would be the only product that we do based on the lineup, and based on what we're seeing AMD doing,
AMD is on fire.
Yeah, and not in a bad way, No.
Well,
yeah. I mean,
I see what you did there.
Yeah. No, but in the past, the AMD parts could get quite hot. They were quite power hungry sometimes.
The power drivers age especially too.
Yeah. So I mean, this was a fact. But now, moving to 7 nanometers has been quite a big step. So this really makes it also kind of logical and a good decision to make a notebook based on that. Yeah, so it's great. Let's see where it goes. So at the moment, I have some specs here on the table as well. It has an AMD 7H series CPU, so that's based on 7 nanometers. The RX 5500M. I heard somewhere that it's around 1660-ish performance. I don't know. There might be reviews online already. I don't know if they're already tested. But quite nice performance on that chip as well. This notebook comes with a 1080p display, IPS. So great colors, great viewing angles. And I think you can choose between either 144 Hertz display or even 240 Hertz. So really nice. High refresh rates, perfect for fast-paced gaming.
Yeah, competitive titles.
Competitive as well, yeah. So I haven't gotten to try it yet because all the all the samples. That's also the reason why we don't have it here today.
Yeah.
All the samples are still out at media partners because they are doing the reviews, they're doing the testing. So yeah, that's why we couldn't get it yet. I guess media didn't want to give it back.
I wonder why.
I can't blame them, So yeah, maybe also in a future stream we can cover this product. Very interesting, I think. I've got some more pictures here. It looks like a great gaming laptop. Quite thin. All the features. I mean, MSI gaming laptops in general are really nice anyway. But yeah, I mean, this is.
I think you can also expect a very nice cooling in there with the heat sinks.
Yeah.
So notebook teams are doing actually quite well with this, with their cooling technologies.
It's very impressive indeed what they're doing.
How to fit everything in such a tight space.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got all the things you want from an MSI gaming notebook. So it's great.
People are really noticing something is that AMD is red, we are red, but the notebook is green.
Well, there's a new again. Like we on our AMD graphics cards, we didn't want to just copy paste the design because
exactly. Do something new.
Yeah, it's also an opportunity when you make something new or based on a new chipset. It's also an opportunity to create a new product, and not just copy paste the same thing, which is easy, but yeah, I mean it's boring, right? And especially considering you already have so many products that look the same way. So I mean, and to be fair, our people our product R&D people, research and development people, especially in HQ, are very creative and they love this kind of thing. They love coming up with new ideas, with new ways to make a new series. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they tried. They didn't try. That they gave it a new identity and made something new out of it. I'm actually quite happy they did. Not that the other notebooks that we have, and we'll get to that in a second, are anything to be ashamed of.
Oh, anything but.
Yeah, I mean, they are great, but still, it's something new. All right. let's go to the next one then, because yeah, I was talking about it a little bit.
A little bit, and now it's coming up.
And this one we do have here. So, yeah, if you would.
Oh, with pleasure. I mean, look at this beauty.
Yeah. So this is the MSI GS. S stands for stealth, which means it's thin, as you can see. 65 series. And I do believe we had a stream with one of these products before as well. And I believe the title was So Smooth. We played some, what was it, Far Cry? New Dawn?
It was New Dawn, the pinkish.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, this thing, I'm actually quite in love with this laptop as well. If ever I want a gaming laptop, I want it to look like this.
Yeah, I mean the matte metal and the gold accent is just.
It's just so stylish.
Yeah,
for me.
it's really hitting a sweet spot. Well,
it's just really nice. Yeah. And I mean, it's not a new product. I know. This, I believe, started this year. We kind of this design was introduced. But just look at that, guys. And the thin bezels, really thin bezels, which is really nice. So there's a lot of screen space there, and it's also it's fully aluminum body pretty much. So it's also there's no plastic. Well, maybe on the inside here. Yeah, on the inside here, on the screen, the small bezel that it does have, it's plastic, kind of makes sense. Yeah, but all along the outside, it's just full aluminum.
And it doesn't just look premium, but it also feels premium. So
it does.
That's what really
it's quite
great
sturdy
about
as well.
Yeah.
Not much flex. Yeah, and I mean, I just really love this thing, and to consider that this is a gaming notebook, a gaming laptop. So this also I'll just name a couple of quick specs here. This goes up to I read up to i9 9th gen.
So you can imagine what kind of cooling is in there.
Yeah, and up to RTX 2070, maybe even 2080. So yeah, I mean these things, even though they're quite thin, it's just amazing what they can do with it. They'll have a 1080p display at either 144 Hz or 240 Hz. Again, IPS as well. So again, great colors, great viewing angles. Yeah, these things are just great. This is, for me, in terms of laptops, gaming laptops, is kind of like product of the year. Just based on how it looks. This is just one of those products that even if you don't need it, you see it and you think, I have to get this.
Exactly, and that's exactly what the build quality is really, how it shines. It just has this aura.
Yeah. And it has this little small, let's see if we can show that. These little gold accents on the side. I don't know if this is being keyed out.
No, I think it's visible, especially when the light is reflecting on it. Yeah.
And it's really subtle, but it's just so nice that it has it.
It gives it a lot of character.
Yeah, even on the inside, you can see here, inside the air vent, basically. It's not just a single color. So on the outside part, you can see that here, maybe. It's the outside is black, like the body, basically. But on the inside, it has a similar grid here, and that's actually also gold colored. So it matches with the other accents. And it's just small accents like that really make it look that much more premium. It's not overdone, it's subtle, but it's there, and you do notice it. It's great. I really, really love it. Good battery power as well. You can see here, by the way, on the bottom, there's a lot of mesh area, basically,
for
also
air cooling.
Yeah, for air cooling, and which is understandable because, again, look at how thin this is. And if you've got powerful hardware in there, it needs to be cooled.
Finger.
Yeah.
It's just as thick as my finger.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's not that heavy either because of there's not that much heatsink and metal and stuff there going on. So it's quite light. It's very practical for taking with you as well if you're on gaming on the go or going to LAN parties or stuff like that. This one, this is just, again, when I saw it last year as well, this was also one of those products where I just thought, shut up and take my money. Well,
you can take my money if I had it.
Yeah. That's a different different problem.
Yeah.
You can't have everything, but wow.
It's a first world problem.
Yeah, exactly. But this was just wow from the beginning when I first saw it, and it's still wow.
Yeah, and this is not the only wow product, right?
No,
in the laptop section.
You're right. So let's go. Oh, actually, I'll hand this one to you.
Thank you. I'll take this home with me.
I didn't even mention it has RGB per key lighting as well.
Yeah,
and
our
stuff
SteelSeries.
It's so many features.
Yeah,
it's great.
They can also see it still on the slide.
Yeah.
So SteelSeries GameSense keyboard right there.
All right. So, but we also have a different segment, right? So because these days,
yeah, we do.
We also make a lot of products for creators, as we call them. People. Who do things like photoshopping, music creation.
Yeah, a lot of professionals are starting out. Because nowadays it's also so easy to become professional.
Not professional, but it is easy to get started at least.
Yeah, I mean they're doing some professional work, the productivity work in that section. So it's really easy and. This is.
Let's quickly go.
I think I prefer this one even better over the other one, but this is just my personal preference.
I mean, this would be my preferred work laptop, indeed. I don't know if you guys can even see it because it's so small and thin. Maybe go to the main view or so. Oh, okay, close up. That's also fine. Just look at that. Can you put your finger on it again?
Yeah, definitely.
Just for size comparison. This is like less than a finger, less than Ja's finger. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you can see the laptop actually disappears when my finger is there. You don't see anything sticking out.
Look at that. And so this has a nice gray, gunmetal gray matte finish. It's also metal, by the way, metal cover, and the sides have a nice blue. Highlight there, color highlight.
It has a similar concept as to the GS65 that we just saw, but still has its own identity.
Yeah. Again, very, very premium. When you look at the connectors, also quite nice, because of course when it's thinner, you have to consider the connector. So let's see, this is just headphone and I believe this is both headphone and microphone connector. 2 USB connectors. I would assume that these are 3.2. Gen 2, so like the fastest, the newest ones. On the other side, however, here's where it becomes really nice as well. You get an SD card reader, micro SD. You've got 2 status indicator LEDs here. But here's where it's really nice as well, and where it's really different compared to most other laptops. You might notice that there's no like round power connector or something. This one actually uses one of the USB Type-C connectors here to power it. Yeah. So you do get
becoming more common.
You do get an adapter, and it will have a USB Type-C shaped connector. I do believe it's Thunderbolt as well, so you can use it for all other creative applications that use Thunderbolt or extensions. But yeah, the power, you can do it through USB Type-C. So this is the Prestige 14. 14 owing to its 14-inch display. So if we open it up, here you go. Also really the thin bezels here, really thin. This model is available in Full HD or even 4K. And 4K on a 14-inch screen is, well, good luck with that. A lot of screen space. This one goes up to a, I think an i7 U CPU, obviously, so the ultra low voltage. So they will last a lot longer on your battery as well. And it goes up to a GTX 1650 Max-Q GPU, so that's still respectable amount of computing graphics power.
Nothing to complain.
No, especially if you wanna connect it, to an external display using also the USB Type-C, for example. So yeah, and it's IPS. This thing only weighs 1.29 kilograms. So this is crazy light. I mean, this is really the weight, and I mean this is still like metal, right? So it feels like it should weigh a lot more than that. But the weight itself kind of reminds me of the old netbooks, you know, when they came out. I mean, those were the quality of those was debatable because they were all plastic and stuff like that. But they were small and they were really easy to carry with you. So I had one.
Lucky
and so
you.
this one, well, it's broken already for many years because I mean, come on.
Don't be so rough with it.
No, it's just, you know, years of usage and stuff like that. So, but this thing is really like so small and easy to carry with you, and it just also this one, it looks great.
Yeah,
I mean, look at how they did the mesh at the bottom here. I mean, they could have just done a straight line and be done with it. Nope, you know, they made a nice like, you know,
it's kind of an artwork.
Like a sound meter, you know, one of those. Maybe this is actually a song, I don't know, or you know, a certain sound recording, I don't know. Would be cool to find that out, isn't it?
Come on, all of the conspiracy theorists out there.
I don't know, yeah. No, but it's cool, you know, and it's small things like that. Also, a really wide touchpad here, which is also very handy when you're working on you know, bigger files or something like that. Also a fingerprint scanner, so makes it much easier to, you know, you don't even have to bother with passwords or something. Just there, done, and you're in. Really nice keyboard as well. I do believe this is not RGB, so it's like a single color backlight, but still really nice. So perfect for you know, productivity and taking with you. Also nice. Can you go back to the close-up view? Thanks. So if you will open this up, you can see that on the back here, actually this part goes. Let's see, how can I show this? Here we go. Under the main chassis, which basically means that you lift it up a bit so that the grill here actually can suck in more air to cool, to cool the components, which is also a nice touch. And then to prevent the whole thing from, you know, sliding away, there's actually two rubber feet on each side. So there's one here and one there. So once you put it down, it's actually surprisingly hard to move. So it'll actually stay in place quite nicely. Yeah, so it's, you know, small touches, but, you know, well done thinking about this kind of thing. Because yeah, if you're working on the go, you don't want to, you know, have your laptop, you know, sliding everywhere as soon as you touch it.
It will run away.
Yeah, so it's really, really nice. Again, also really impressed with this one. This would be really on my list of laptops to work on, really. So Eric, if you're listening, please.
Yeah, value added, make it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yes.
Yeah, really nice. All right, I'll hand this one over to you.
Or it's all mine.
Okay. Yeah. Next up.
Really making progress.
Yes, we are.
Ooh.
Gaming gear time, guys. Gaming gear time. So, those are actually on my side. Let me quickly grab it. So this is a product that we introduced not long ago. That was launched also like a month ago or something like that. This is the GK50 low profile, or LP. It's a full size, because it does have a numpad, low profile gaming keyboard, mechanical gaming keyboard even. There's a lot to unpack there, but let's go over it one by one. Okay, so full size, I already explained it. Low profile. It has low profile switches, so that means actually when you look at it from the side, indeed, yeah, this is typically not what you find in mechanical switches. Those tend to be a lot higher. So this is a thing that you really, I mean, I liked this from the moment I first tried it, but it's really down to personal preference. But I mean, yeah, they're really quick. Also, there's less travel time as well, so they're quite quick to press. So you can actually, it's quite speedy, and especially well, these switches are these are Kale switches. Let me just quickly take one of the things off here, so you can see the switch here. Kale low profile switches, and mechanical, but these are the clicky and tactile bump type. So that means that you actually do hear, maybe if I put it closer to my
It really gives you the satisfaction to just feel and hear this kind of sound.
So if you like the blue switches, you know, the cherry blue switch, for example, with the clicky sound, this is similar in terms of, you know, the clickiness, but also the tactile bump, so you can actually feel when the switch activates, when you actually register. I really love these things. Also, not just for typing. I mean, for typing, most people tend to like these, but especially, I mean, for gaming, I also like it, especially because it's very, very clear still when that moment, you know, when is that moment when you actually register the key press, and that's, I think, important for gaming, when it's actually, you know, when you're performing an action or not. Yeah, and it's mechanical, so again, it will last a long time. I think it's over 50 million key presses or something per switch. That's a lot, you know. That's
as long as you don't smash your keyboard, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, you should never do that, but yeah. It looks really nice as well. It has this brushed aluminum base here. So the base plate is actually aluminum, and it's got a nice brushed finish. Very clearly indicated hotkeys for LED, for example, so you don't, I mean, you can install software to do the RGB stuff, of course, with Dragon Center, fully supported with Mystic Light functionality, per key even, I believe. But even if you don't feel like installing all that software, you can still do RGB effects just by doing the hotkey combinations. I believe we had a stream about this, so there you can check it out. We also have a video on the way, so it should be online soon, where it also shows you the basic features of this keyboard as well. Yeah, other than that, it's a USB keyboard. Oh yeah, very nice touch, by the way. I should quickly show this as well. Something we've been trying out as well is, look at this, on the F1 key here.
That one looks very familiar.
It's a little jet plane.
Yeah, very familiar. What could it be? What could it be?
It's Afterburner.
Oh.
So this one actually, I mean, you can program this yourself, of course, but we thought, you know, why not include it on one of our keyboards? Because, you know, if you have an MSI graphics card, or any graphics card really, yeah, you can have a quick link to MSI Afterburner already programmed in.
But is it RGB?
Oh yeah, it's per key RGB. Yes. And at the bottom,
possibilities.
Exactly. And at the bottom, you still have, you know, you have the possibility to put up the back end of it, make it a bit higher. So you could just, you know, put up the feet, and then the back end will be a bit higher, so it's a bit more ergonomic. Also a very nice touch, which I cannot show at the moment. But normally, I mean, there are lights here, you know, num lock, scroll lock, caps lock, that kind of thing. Those are located here, right? On this keyboard, most keyboards, usually, these will just be, you know, one color, red or blue or white or whatever. But even though the rest of the keyboard is RGB, these ones will always stay the same color. This one, we actually made it so that these lights will change with the other RGB effects. So if you are one of these RGB nuts or, you know, fans, this one is like the fullest RGB yet. Like everything is RGB. Every light on there is RGB and will sync up with the effects that you're running. So it's quite cool. It's a small thing. It's a small touch. But when I saw it, I was like, why didn't anybody else think of that before? Like it totally makes sense when you think about it. But yeah. Do the keys come off? Somebody asks. Yes, there's actually a keycap puller in the box as well. So you can very easily just, like I did before, here we go. You can pull it off and you'll have the exposed switch underneath. There you go. So that's easy if you want to clean the board, you know, if at some point it becomes all dirty or dusty or whatever. Because it is the floating kind, the floating keycaps basically, so that means that, you know, it's very easy once you remove the keycaps to just clean it with a bit of cloth or a brush. Just don't use water, I would say. It's not, I don't think it's water resistant or water repellent, so please don't use water on it. Other than that, a really nice keyboard, and also I believe for a really nice price point as well. So like I said, these are, yeah, these were introduced not long ago, like a couple month, maybe 2 months ago or something. So hopefully by now, most countries, these are available. Yeah, if you want to try it, honestly, I would also say if you're not convinced by the low profile keys, give it a try. Go to a shop or something that has these, and just start typing away on it, because I don't know. Eric is one of those persons, for example, as well. Eric got we got one of the early samples of this keyboard, and at first he was laughing, saying, "Ha, you with your flat keys, why would you want that?" It only took him about a day or something, or 2 days, where I said, just try it. Now he won't give it back. He claimed it. It's his. He's working on it as well. So I think a lot of people, just because they never tried it, they will be surprised if you try it. You might find out that you actually really like this kind of keyboard. So yeah, give it a try. Is my recommendation. And if you don't like it, hey man, you can still always go for. There are plenty of other options. So actually, 99% are other options. So.
But I do get why Eric is like that, because after I tried it, I mean, in our keyboard lineup, I must say this one feels and listens like the best.
It's so satisfying to type on.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I know.
There is something
it's
about
too satisfying that there isn't another sample.
There is something about it that's just so satisfying. I don't know. I think it's down to the clickiness and stuff like that, and very crisp typing experience. Yep. It's just satisfying.
I think this kind of keyboard also ups your productivity. When you're too lazy to write some reports, now you'll be eager to write.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You'll be looking for excuses to be able to type on it.
Exactly, like boss, do you have more work for me?
yeah, exactly. All right, so the keyboard. Next up, some more gaming gear. We have a mouse. Ooh. The Clutch GM30. I'll put the packaging here. Yeah, so you might wonder why not, take your most top-end mouse and then, recommend that one. I mean, I had a tough time deciding between this one and the GM50, to be fair. Josh using the GM50 at the moment. Now, right? You're actually, using it on this snow blanket, so that just tells you.
Excellent sensor. I was surprised, but I was thinking, I should just test it
out.
Yeah. It won't work, but I was like, I don't need a mouse pad, because I was going to search for one, but I was too lazy to look for one.
That's the thing, and it still works very accurately. But I went with this one instead, because for me, personally, I think for most people, the symmetrical shape just makes it a bit more. I mean, for left-handed people, right-handed people, it's not 100% symmetrical, because the thumb buttons are only on the left side, which means that, if you're right-handed, the thumb buttons are on the right side. If you're left-handed, you don't have thumb buttons, but you can still, maybe you're used to doing it with other fingers on the other side of your hand. But it's a really nice mouse. It's very light. It focuses again on the basics. Good sensor, good reliability, accurate tracking. Very, very comfortable for me as well. It's a bit longer as well than the GM50 in my experience. So that means that, I don't know, maybe my hands are a bit bigger or something, but for me it's just a bit more comfortable to hold in the hand. So it's the perfect shape for me. And because it's light, I also play a lot of shooters and stuff like that. You can easily just throw the mouse around. It doesn't cost any strength to swipe, basically, or to move from left to right. Less resistance. Great feet, by the way, as well. So this also means that, instead of, some of these mice have very small points, as the feet, or they used to have. This one has large surface area, so that just means that basically it'll take a long time for these feet to wear out, if ever. And secondly, also, it's just very easy for gliding action. So whether on cloth or a hard mouse pad surface, doesn't matter, works great. It also has some really nice RGB effects, so it's in the middle of the mouse here, and the dragon is lit as well.
Lit. It is lit.
Lit AF. And of course, you can cycle through the DPI settings quite quickly with the middle mouse button. Pretty much all the mouse buttons are reprogrammable as well, so if you want to do other stuff with your thumb buttons, for example, it's very easy to do. Side grips are really nice. I really like this as well. It's this pattern we've been using for quite a while. For me, it almost feels like a massage when I'm wearing it. When I'm using it. It's really weird. It just feels so comfortable. It's crazy. And this is actually a bit rubbery. So I don't know if you can really see it. It's not hard plastic. This is rubbery, and it's made by double injection. So that means that it's not glued on. It's not a surface that glued on something, another surface under it. This is actually molded in one piece, basically. So that also means that, you know, doesn't matter how long you use it or something, it's not gonna let go or come off or anything like that. Double injection is the same kind of technique they use with like power tools or something like that. You know, things that you really have use with a lot of pressure and force and stuff like that. Screwdriver handles, stuff like that. So it's really durable, and so it won't wear out, but it still feels really nice. Yeah, and I mean, it's just overall, it's just one of my favorite mice. What can I say? I am right-handed, so you would maybe think that maybe I go, you know, it would be logical for me to go for a right-hand ergonomic design, but for some reason, and this is the thing about mice as well, it's personal preference, you know. For some reason, I really like the symmetrical design. I don't know why. I don't use my left hand on it ever, but I just prefer this kind of
Yeah, and this is also
shape.
one of those kind of mice out there with a scroll that has its own individual stop, right? Each time you scroll.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I really prefer this kind of design, especially when you're playing games where you have to switch weapons a lot and stuff like that. So whenever I don't want to use the keybinds, I can just, you know, scroll. I will know for sure that when I scroll down up,
you know how many
it will stop
steps
exactly at each little scroll. So I think for a lot of people that really matters too if you are playing these kind of games a lot.
Yep.
Definitely a plus.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, Mr. WRX, we're not trying to ignore you, but I am just a little confused what you mean with why did you get silence for talking? Maybe I missed something here, so yeah.
No idea. You would think they would have giveaways. We do have giveaways.
Actually, well, if you guys talk about it
Maybe
anyways,
you just joined,
we have already given away 2 codes. If you just joined, if you don't know anything about it, I just put up the banner once again, and if the banner doesn't work, just keep track of the chat, because the chat will update the direct giveaway link every 6 minutes. So just click on that link and you'll be able to join, because you can still win one of the codes.
Maybe it's time to do one of them again. What do you think? It's about that time.
All right, guys. Seems like we're going to do another giveaway.
Yep. We're feeling generous today.
So, let's see. Who is going to be the next winner?
So if you still want to participate, guys, go to msi.com/2/insider. Make sure you perform a few actions. The more actions you perform there, the better your chances of winning. You only have to do them once per stream, and yeah, you'll be entered for the rest of the stream. So other than that, good luck. And there's this, you know, it's a random draw, so we don't have any bearing on who wins.
All right, we have the next winner, and the next winner is Naina or Naina. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. So congratulations to you if you're still in the chat.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy it and get something nice for yourself for Christmas.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
Do something nice with it. All right, so yeah, if you haven't won yet, don't despair. We've still got at least 1 code to give away before the end. So make sure you
hop on the link.
Exactly. All right, let's get a move on. Next up, headset. So I selected the GH50 for this because I really love this product as well.
Really getting the complete package.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
From mouse to keyboard to headset.
Yeah. So yeah, the GH50. What's not to like? It's one of our newest headsets. I've tried it quite a bit. I mean, the GH30 is quite good as well.
It had excellent sound for its price range.
It did, yeah.
I was surprised.
It does.
Very surprised.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, it's this one is just a little bit bigger, better, and has just a bit more options as well with the 7.1 surround toggle, and of course, well, the RGB. Can't go wrong with that. But otherwise, you know, it's a really nice design. It doesn't it fits really nicely around the ears, and the ear cups swivel a bit as well, so that makes it, you know, it doesn't matter how you wear it, but you know, once you put it on, it'll take the shape of your head pretty much, so it's a bit more comfortable that way as well.
I do really like how thick the cushions are.
Yes.
And it's like totally over the ear, so
Yeah.
it really isolates your environment.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good sound isolation as well. And at the top for comfort, basically, there's a little, well, not little, but there's a good cushioning here as well, where you can really, I mean, it really
Bounces back.
releases,
it's really
well,
bouncy.
yeah, exactly, reduces the amount of pressure on the top of your head, so it's really nice. And you can, of course, extend it like this, make it bigger if you have a big head or something like that.
Like me.
Yeah. And it's got metal springs basically, so it's also really durable. You can fold it in like this, so if you're traveling or something, or you just want to put it away and not have it take too much space, you can just fold it up like this, and it becomes a neat little package. There in the box, there's also a little carrying pouch as well, so you can keep it nice and safe in its own bag. So that's included. I don't have the microphone connected here because we were testing. Well, we were using it as headphones not long ago. But there's actually a removable microphone there as well, which is relatively good quality, I would say. So you can. I mean, it's not comparable to what we're using here basically, but that's not what you're expecting. But it's very, very clear in communication. I tried it with gaming with some of my friends, and there were definitely no issues in sound quality there. Yeah, so overall, a very nice headset. I think it's a nice complete package, especially when you consider the rest of the products I also showed you. Fits in quite nicely, and also I believe at a quite nice price point as well. So all in all, good solid choice for sound.
Yeah. Anybody else having problems with our direct link in the chat? Because we are receiving feedback from Mr. WRX saying that the link just goes to our stream page. There should have been a window where it's asking you to log in via platforms, and afterwards you can perform actions.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if more people are having this problem or not, or is this maybe...
Well, it depends. If you go to the link that we showed you, which is msi.com/2/insider, yes, that is our landing page, and on that there should be if you scroll down a bit, there should be a button that says giveaway or participate in giveaway or go to giveaway, something like this. So, and then you need to perform the actions and you can enter. Alternatively, I mean, I don't know if Periscope, because that's where you are watching, is actually posting the links in the chat. Might be a thing.
It is because that person said he was clicking on the link. But even on our streaming page, there should be a button saying participate in our giveaway. So it shouldn't be a problem. So just click on that button and see if any action will come forth. So feedback us after that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
All right.
So that's the GH50, the Immerse GH50.
Immersive indeed.
Yes. Okay. Moving on. Now we're coming into your territory again. There we go.
People are actually asking if we're doing Sinterklaas tomorrow. I'm pretty sure you are, especially with a kid.
Right? She's too young.
So yeah, that's right. She is too young.
She's just 1 year and a month. No, well, yeah.
So I guess he's probably also too young for this bad boy too.
No. Well, here's the thing. I can already get it for her, and then I'll use it until she's old enough.
That's an excellent solution. Well, guys, here is our MAG 272 CQR, our brand new, our newest 27-inch gaming monitor. Well, actually, if you guys watch our live streams, you might have seen my live stream a few weeks ago regarding this model. Okay, let me just turn a different way.
There we go.
So yeah, first thing you notice that it is curved. So yeah, curved gaming monitor. That's also what you will notice in the naming of this gaming monitor. So the C in CQR stands for curved, and the Q stands for QHD, and the R stands for RGB. So yeah, MAG series in our Arsenal gaming series. well, the monitor has all of the basic and the nice gaming features already included. It is curved, and something really nice about this generation is that they're actually moving forward with the refresh rate standard. So you might be well, if you're familiar with the gaming industry, you might notice that okay, 144 hertz, is always being recommended because that's the golden standard. Yeah. We're now actually moving away from that and giving you 165 hertz as the new standard. So this one also has 165 hertz refresh rate. Yeah. Paired up with 1 ms response time, so really clear and smooth gameplay and image while you're moving around, doing fast movements. So you can track everything a lot better since everything is sharper.
It makes all the difference.
Exactly. So, well, a lot of other gaming features that you're familiar with our gaming series. Of course, the gaming OSD is still here, which you can use to tune every little setting. You can set up customized profiles. If you play, for example, Battlefield a lot, you can set up a specific Battlefield profile, where the contrast may be a bit different. The dark areas are being lit up by our night vision feature, which is also new that we have introduced this year. Which will intelligently search for dark areas and light up the dark areas for you instead of overexposing the entire image. Yeah. So a lot of the features that you can fine-tune there, then save and activate via hotkeys. You don't have to reach for the monitor anymore because, come on, it's like 2019. We have been on this for like quite a long time already. You can just use the app on our desktop that you can download from our website, and there you can fine-tune every little thing, for this little monitor. But what else does this have? We're also moving away from the 1800 radius R curvature. So 1500 R is now becoming our new standard, which means that it's going to match your eye's peripheral view even more because it's more curved. So the less the lower
the number,
the more curvature there actually is.
Yeah. The stronger the curve.
Exactly. So on 27-inch, you can already notice this kind of effect. But if you truly want to enjoy this kind of immersion, because that's what it's meant for, immersion, go to 32 inches. From there on, you can truly, really just immerse yourself into the monitor, because the bigger the size actually is, the more you get out of it. So this one, of course, on the back side also has RGB, but you can also see that on the slide. But let me show you the back side of it. So here,
basically,
let me see, it's a bit difficult on the mirror side. So that will be the spot where the RGB will happen. So our Mystic Light RGB, which you can also sync with, what you've seen before from the gaming peripherals. You can sync them together with the desktop, with our gaming cases where MSI's Mystic Light is enabled. And a lot of third-party actually also support it too. Yeah. So you can just finish your entire setup with one little, the same RGB effect.
I see somebody asking, is this compatible with G-Sync or FreeSync? I do believe it's FreeSync, right?
Yeah, it is a FreeSync model, but you can use G-Sync on it. It's not officially labeled as G-Sync compatible.
And also it's not the native G-Sync. So it's not the G-Sync, the full G-Sync, or I don't know what it's called now, but this is in the G-Sync. Well, it's not officially G-Sync compatible, but it will work. You can activate that.
Yes. So that will work. So again, this is the native FreeSync model. So this is the back side, and of course on this side, there's our iconic little 5-way button, which will activate our gaming OSD too.
Let's see if I can show. Here we go.
And this is also the 5-way key, which you can also customize into 5 different kind of micro keys to activate 5 different kinds of features that you have set up before. Yeah. And well, if you're wondering, okay, this one actually also has its own power adapter built in. So, you don't have this little, not little brick at all, this brick of, cable hanging just in the middle of your cable to the power. No. So now you just need one simple cable and that's it. There's no brick on it.
Just a power cable.
Exactly.
I also see a little...
Yeah, you noticed something.
I love this thing.
Yeah. Actually, the first time that this was being introduced in our monitors was with our ultra-wide MPG 341 CQR, the world's first AI gaming monitor. Yeah. But since we have such a good feedback regarding that, because it's such a small feature, but it means a lot. this little thing, you usually see it when you watch competitive matches. You know, when professionals are playing, you see this little brick on the table, like
it's a mouse
right
bungee
here, and then there's a stick sticking out.
Yeah.
Well, it's a mouse bungee. So you'll stick your mouse cable in there, and this will make sure that well, you need to leave like a certain amount of room from here to your actual mouse, so you have room to move. So within that space, it will make sure that your mouse will not get stuck.
Yeah, your cable won't catch on anything.
Exactly, and you will also have better cable management, because now you're getting rid of one more cable on your table that's like lying around through whatever the connection is that it has to go through.
Yeah.
And well, we are. It's on the other side actually. There's another little thing that's very well. Let's see.
If we have,
yeah.
Yeah, if you take that out, basically.
Yeah, Peter already found it. So
can you
you
pan
can
it up just a little bit more, so because you just there we go. So there's, you can see here there's a little button. If you
push it, and voila. And Peter, what can you hang on there? You have something, right?
I have something. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, once again, you know, this is not something like super innovative, like wow, really new, that's never been thought before. But you know, you don't see this in every gaming monitor, and that's what I think is really, you know, it's kind of a shame that it doesn't come with the monitor. I mean, it's such a needy little feature.
Yeah, it's a small quality of life thing, and it just makes things easier, and yeah, it's nice to have.
I mean, you can buy one of those expensive, you know, headphone hangers, of course, to put it on the table, but you can also just, you know, push out this little hanger itself and just hang your headphone there instead of throwing your headphone around everywhere. So, yeah, I mean, it's in the monitor anyways. It's just a nice little extra that really makes your life a little bit better.
And also it prevents you from, you know, what a lot of people do is just put this over and you know, the greasy ear cups will touch the screen.
Yeah, the grease.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
This is much better.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's another little, a nice little feature that's in the MAG 272 CQR. Now, of course, this monitor has a lot more. You know, there's also USB Type-C for you to use. You can use it to charge your devices or use it as a display port. And of course, night vision I already talked about. Overall, if you want to have a great gaming monitor that's packed with features and on Quad HD, so 1440p gaming, well, this is definitely something that you can check out.
Solid choice.
Yeah. I mean, if I had the opportunity to check out it myself, I would definitely do so.
Yeah. It's a really nice monitor. Right.
All right. So that's the MAG 272 CQR.
I think, are we on to our last product for today?
I'm afraid we might be.
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So we just had the MAG 272 CQR. Now, if you are someone that prefers, you know, still prefers 1080p, especially if you prefer to play competitive games, and you don't give a beep about curved, well, there is still a very solid choice for you, because this is our MAG 272, well, 271R. Sorry, 272R. I'm a little bit confused. It's really hot in there. So the 272R. There is no C in the name, there's no Q in the name, which means this is not curved, this is not QHD, so it's just R, RGB, and flat.
And full HD.
Exactly. So this monitor is really what we have tailor-made to let people enjoy esports title even more, because we have actually rolled out an entire lineup for in our 272 series, which are flat. So, you might have noticed from the last monitor, just to prove to you this is really flat, you know, because you know the MSI is really just curved gaming monitor, right? Because we have all the curved gaming monitors in the world. No, this one is really just flat. So all of our 272 without the C in there is our esports flat gaming monitor lineup. So here too, you can expect that we are tilting the 144 Hz standards up to 165 Hz. So here, once again, you have the 165 Hz refresh rate paired with 1 ms. Actually, feature and specification wise, it's really similar to the previous one that I just showed you, the 272 CQR, except that this one is actually flat. So for those of you that are used to flat and want to stick to flat and you want to have 1080p, this is definitely something that you should go for, and it still has all of the gaming features that you want from the gaming monitor. Yeah. So everything that I just explained, from our gaming OSD to well, the RGB on the backside, or Mystic Light, to night vision, which will intelligently look for dark areas and brighten them up.
You want to show the backside, because it looks quite nice as well. I mean, it's a shame not to show it, because look at that.
So quite nice. Here, this is where the RGB happens. Well, here. That was the wrong finger. And of course, our 5/8 joystick once again is right here.
Yep.
And in our gaming OSD, once again, you can tailor make this into 5 different kinds of macro keys for you to activate. If you want to go play CSGO, hey, just press, for example, Alt F2. You know, it will activate your CSGO profile. Yeah. If you want to go play, say, Fortnite, just play Alt F4. Alt F4.
It's also Alt F4. Rage quit. Yeah. But yeah, height adjustable.
Exactly. And because it's flat, you can also do something else that you usually won't be able to do with our curved gaming monitors.
Actually need to
rotate a little bit more space. Yeah, so if you're looking for a great monitor that has multi-purpose usage, you know, you can also get this to, you know, set it up as a second screen when you're not gaming.
Or a lot of programmers like this one.
Exactly. So programmers, or reading the chat on here vertically as a second screen, it's also a really nice choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the MAG 272R really is, you know, our new esport model going forward. You know, kind of the hero model being, you know, you want 1080p, you want esport gaming, you want high refresh rate, smooth gaming display, and a lot of gaming features. Well, this is something that you should definitely look at. So this is our MAG 272R.
Yeah, also a really solid, nice choice.
Exactly.
All right.
Wow. Well, we have.
I think we covered quite an extensive product line, or number of products. So yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys could make any choice, but we definitely hope that we helped you.
Yeah, I mean, at least, you know, we try to also motivate our choices a bit more. Like, why did we choose these? We didn't just go for the top of the line models and say, everybody needs to get a 2080 Ti, you know, because reasons. No,
and you know, the Sturdiness.
Yeah, I mean, sure, if you have the money and you want to spend it on, it's a great choice. You know, it's top end, but yeah, we wanted to give some solid suggestions. You know, what if you really want to upgrade? Looking forward to next year as well, like games like Cyberpunk and stuff like that. Yeah, hopefully you found these suggestions useful. It will give you some ideas. Who knows? Maybe you'll do something with it. Shall we give away one more code?
Sounds good. Sounds like a good Santa Claus.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's see who the last winner is.
And yes, Mr. WRX. We're actually gonna pick another winner now, which is the 4th one for today.
Since you've been through so much trouble, we hope it's you. But
we don't know. Again, it's a random script, so we have no say in it.
So the last winner of today is Sarge.
Sarge!
So Sarge, congratulations.
Congratulations, yeah. You'll get a $20 Steam voucher code later this week. Do something nice with it. It's up to you. Have fun with it, yeah. And to everybody else, next week we'll have a new stream, or a different stream.
Yeah. This is really something different once again.
yeah. So again, you know, we've got Eric and Mike running around in Taiwan in HQ. They actually landed today, so they're probably sleeping now. But yeah, they will provide some inside information, some inside footage of what's going on in our headquarters.
Actually, I'll be in the same boat as you guys, because I don't have any idea either.
No, I don't think you've never been there, right?
I've been there before.
No, I mean, for Mike, it's his first time, so it's also quite exciting.
Yeah, I was really jealous.
Yeah, I've been there several times. They do have some pretty cool stuff there, and they're always working on new stuff that you're not supposed to see yet, because, you know, next generation stuff, next level.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see what they can get away with showing. But yeah,
we can't spoil anything yet.
Exactly.
So we'll have to see, you know, what gets done.
But it's kind of a thing where we really want to live up to our name of insiders. You know, we really want to give you an inside look of what's going on there, what is the cool stuff. Yeah, so join next week and you'll see what's going on there. Perhaps you'll see some exclusive stuff that's not supposed to be seen yet. Who knows?
I hope so. So, all right, yeah, we hope you guys really enjoyed today's live stream and learned a lot.
Congratulations to all the winners again. And thanks for joining, and we hope we'll see you next week.
Exactly. So, have a good day, guys.
We're out for now. Bye-bye.